2019 पासून
Good afternoon to all. Due to some technical reasons at our chief guest side, the meeting is getting delayed. But as soon as Sir joins, we shall begin the meeting. Thank you.
IGNOU 36 others. There are many. And there are many people.
आप सभी को सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। जैसा कि आप सबको ज्ञात है कि आज हम सब यहाँ इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय का 35वां स्थापना दिवस मनाने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को इग्नू के 35वें स्थापना दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। यह खास दिन मनाने के लिए इग्नू क्षेत्रीय केंद्र मुंबई ने आज यह विशेष व्याख्यान आयोजित किया है। मैं सर्वप्रथम आज के हमारे मुख्य अतिथि प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विष्णु मागरे सर, ऑनरेबल प्रो वाइस चांसलर ऑफ SNDT विमेंस यूनिवर्सिटी का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिवादन करता हूं। मैं हमारे रीजनल सर्विसेज डिवीजन के डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर M षणमुगम सर का भी हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिवादन करता हूं। और मैं हमारे रीजनल डायरेक्टर इंचार्ज डॉक्टर E कृष्ण राव सर एवं उपस्थित सभी एकेडमिक काउंसलर्स, कोऑर्डिनेटर्स, सभी विद्यार्थियों का भी स्वागत करता हूं। अब मैं हमारे रीजनल डायरेक्टर इंचार्ज डॉक्टर E कृष्ण राव सर से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वह स्वागत संबोधन, वेलकम एड्रेस करें। थैंक यू।
Good afternoon to all. Today's chief guest, Professor Dr. Vishnu Magare, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, Dr. M. Shanmugunji, Director, Regional Services Division, other study center coordinators, program in charges, academic counselors, and my dear learners. Today, IGNOU is celebrating 35th Foundation Day. As our Honorable Vice Chancellor morning told in his speech, today is birthday of every person in the IGNOU. IGNOU is celebrating 35 years of its journey, where IGNOU was started in 1985 and started offering the programs, only the two programs in 1987, that is the Diploma in Distance Education and Diploma in Management, where we were having about only 4,528 students. Now, IGNOU is offering more than 250 programs and having 3 million students across the country. Total 56 regional centers we are having. We all feel very proud to be a part of IGNOU and serving at the regional center level and providing student support services. The regional center Mumbai was established in 2009 and providing higher education to the Konkan area, particularly 6 districts, that is the Mumbai Suburban, Thane, Palghar, Ratnagiri, Raigad districts. Under the regional center Mumbai, we are having total 26 learner support centers, and every year 10,000 students are admitting in different programs, bachelor's, master's, certificate, and diploma programs. Particularly during this lockdown period, though the total country is under the lockdown, but the Indira Gandhi National Open University has provided best support services to the students of IGNOU. As per the directions of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Director, Regional Services Division, and other authorities, Regional Centre Mumbai also has taken several initiatives during this lockdown period to provide support services. Particularly, the Regional Centre Mumbai has organized more than 500 online counseling sessions. We have conducted practical sessions and even organized project and the practical viva successfully. No way student felt difficult to attend these activities, even though total country is under this pandemic COVID-19. Our students got the best support services. That's why IGNOU is called as a People's University. Here, the Regional Centre Mumbai, particularly during this COVID-19 lockdown time, we have tried our best to reach the students in every day through different meetings. We have initiated E-Shiksha ke baad Regional Director ke saath program every Sunday, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. On an average, every Sunday, 100 students used to speak with the regional director and their queries have been cleared. All our staff also participated and extended their support to provide the academic facilities and help to the students. That is the greatness of the IGNOU, and that's why we are all celebrating this glorious journey of 35 years. Here, even during this COVID-19 time, IGNOU has successfully conducted the term and examination. Under the Regional Centre Mumbai also, more than 8,000 students have written their term and examinations. We all the time providing, and we will continue the same journey and provide better student support services to all our learners. And on this important, happy and auspicious day, I feel privileged to welcome today's chief guest, Professor Dr. Vishnu Magare, Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT, Women's University. Sir, I am very thankful to you for accepting our invitation. Though he is having the busy schedule, once we call him and he accepted and agreed today to deliver his address. And at the same time, I welcome our Director, Regional Services Division, Dr. M. Shanmughamji, who is always support the regional center. He is the leader of regional centers. Whenever we approach us for any difficulty or for any help at the regional center level, he always come forward and guide us mostly to provide better student support services. He is always the first person who support us, the regional centers. I welcome other study center coordinators, and I welcome academic counselors. I welcome the academic counselors. At the same time, I welcome Dr. Dattatreya Nerkar, Vice Principal, Satya College, come Assistant Coordinator, IGNOU, Dr. Prashant, Coordinator, IGNOU Study Center, Pillai College. I welcome our regional center staff and the beloved learners for this 35th IGNOU Foundation Day. I thank Dr. Nilesh, who helped us to make the arrangements in this one and also getting the appointment with Pro Vice Chancellor. And also, I hope these celebrations will continue, and the IGNOU will provide all the times, IGNOU Regional Centre Mumbai, all the time ready to provide better student support services and extend all the support to the students. Thank you, one and all.
धन्यवाद सर। अब इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं हमारे रीजनल सर्विसेज डिवीजन के डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर एम षणमुगम सर से अनुरोध करता हूं उद्घाटन भाषण यानी कि इनॉग्रल एड्रेस के लिए। प्लीज सर। थैंक यू।
So very good afternoon to all. Respected chief guest of this function, Professor Dr. Vishnu Magare, Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, the Vice Principal of our Study Center 1603, Dr. Dattatreya Nerkar, our coordinators of the regional study centers, Place College, Dr. Prasant Nitware, our colleagues, regional director in charge, Dr. Krishna Rao, assistant regional directors, Mr. Vijay Kumar, assistant registrar, other functionaries of the regional center, and invited study center coordinators and other guests. It's a great pleasure today to have this kind of meeting under the leadership of the senior most administrative professor, Pro Vice Chancellor of a great reputed university. First of all, I share our greetings of this IGNOU's Foundation Day, 35th Foundation Day greetings to all. It is a very great, important, momentous to all of us to celebrate this day as a special day for IGNOU fraternities. And we have been celebrating continuously on every day to appreciate the efforts put by the various the academic officers and to have a good plan for future further ahead. On this auspicious occasion, I am very much thankful to Professor Dr. Vishnu Magare ji for making himself sparing some time to share his views and suggestions for the functioning of the open and distance learning, particularly through IGNOU. Today morning, we had our main function here from the headquarters. The chief guest was the Honorable Minister, Sri Ravindran ji. Hello? Hello? Are you able to hear?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah. And other dignitaries, we had a very elaborate function here. You might have viewed through the different media also. Now, IGNOU, we started in 1985. IGNOU means you all know the founder of the systemic founder of the open and distance learning. Started in 1985 with very few programs and very few faculty. Over the period of 35 years, it has grown up like anything. As on date, we have got more than 32 lakhs students enrolled in different programs, functioning with 21 different schools offering various programs at different levels. And the study centers, more than out of 3,000 more study centers, the functional is almost, you can say, 2,000 centers actively participating in promoting or supporting the students across the country. So this is very important to all of us. It's a mission, educational mission initiated by Government of India to give accessibility to the disadvantaged segment. Disadvantaged in the sense the people who are unable to go for the conventional education system, who look for the career in their academic pursuits, educational career, etc., need to have a standard education system offering quality programs, etc. There, the role of IGNOU is very much prominent, and you might have seen the activities and the quality and the feedback which are been received from different stakeholders about the system. So in this aspect, we all are very much proud of associating ourselves with this university, the permanent employees of this university, faculty members, and others also who are contributing, who are joining us in different capacities like academic counselors, coordinators, other functionaries joining with this system to promote the distance education. Those days when university started in 1985, the distance education functioning was not completely in the streamlined. We were having different kind of isolation in connecting the learners, providing the study material, or functioning of the learner support centers, etc. But in the present scenario, because of the information and communication technologies, so we are able to integrate all those different units, isolations, learners through better connectivity, so that we are able to reach out the students for the satisfaction of their aspirations. The open distance learning, which is the very important important name which we used to carry, through which the people, the students, learners of different categories, sectors are being connected for educational empowerment. Now it is further enriched through through information communication technologies. Our study material, you all know, because in the open distance learning system, very important aspect is these support services. Support services comes in the form of providing study material in time, giving support for their learning process, like organizing the academic counseling through the centers, and preparing them for the examination, conduct of examination in time, and the publication of results also in time, which helps the learners to get benefit out of those degrees, diplomas which are being gained through this mode. Regarding the courses, you all know, we have a diversified course curriculum offering different level of programs at various disciplines, starting from certificate, diploma, bachelor's degree, master's degree, even in research programs, PhD. The students are being enrolled in this mode, and they get all benefits at par with the conventional system. In the present scenario, we all know a lot of regulations are coming, integrating the different modes like face-to-face, online mode, open distance learning, and in new education policy, which is being under the discussion for the implementation. Also, it is a knowledge-based educational enrichment, in which whatever may be the mode, whether a distance mode or online mode or conventional mode, the quality and the content what is being developed for the enrichment of enrichment speaks the educational quality. So on this aspect, we are passing through the present scenario, passing through a different kind of shift. There is a shift in the offering, means open distance learning, integrating the ODL, online, even virtual mode. So many components are being integrated in this. So we need to think of using the possible sources through which the students or the learners are benefited. So today, even in the morning opening session, in the morning, our chief guest, Honorable Minister, has rightly pointed out the role of open distance learning, how it should be, what kind of expectations which are there in the society to acquire the knowledge, etc., was much been noted, and we will work towards the empowering the skill, or empowering the human population in the right path for their education, for their employment, as well as the valuable educational enrichments. I should be much thankful to all our coordinators associated with the IGNOU, putting their efforts. I know every study center is handling thousands of students, IGNOU students. They may not be coming at one point of time, but different point of time, they always contact our coordinators for different supports. Academic counselors, their role is very important, because we have got more than 50,000 academic counselors in our system, and everybody is contributing at their level best for supporting our learners. Even in this pandemic situation, there was a difficulty in collecting the assignments, evaluating the assignments, sending the assignments, evaluation, etc. In all these phases, our coordinators support, and the academic council who have shifted to their evaluation process through online mode, which are much helpful, and we are much thankful to them. So IGNOU is flourishing in their progress with a lot of improvements. It is not only headquarters which are doing here. All our network regional centers and the study centers, coordinators, and the teachers who are in the other institution, who are our academic counselors. They are not our regular full-time teachers. They are working in other universities and contributing, sparing their valuable time to our learners. So because of these contributions only, we are able to reach such achievements, and we are always much thankful to our collaborating partner institutions and the academic counselors and the well-wishers who basically think of supporting the distance learners. That makes the great success of this esteemed university. So we are much thankful to them, and we always look forward, not only development of IGNOU, the institution who have joined with us also should develop in one or other aspect. So we always enrich, empower them through technology, accessibility, the student supports components which have been shared with the universities also. Because I remember our collaboration with SNDT Women's University for FM radio in Mumbai. It was a very success, and we have been doing for a long time, and it was a very good initiative and supported for our learners of the Mumbai region. And still, the former Vice Chancellor of SNDT Women's University was our board member, and a lot of many activities, the collaborative mechanism worked very well. It's like SNDT, other universities across the country also supporting us. So we are very much thankful. And on this occasion, Foundation Day, we are proud of remembering the support extended by all the collaborative institutions, and with their academic as well as infrastructural aspect. Because I remember the Sadeh College, Mumbai, is only the study center where the science programs are being offered. So they have been helping us for the practicals of science students. So such kind of unique the collaborative mechanism which is helping us to empower the activities of the university. So we are very much thankful, and of course on this auspicious occasion, the regional centers function. What I understand is to deliberate, to have a discussion with our learner support centers, having celebrations with the functionaries of the regional center and the study centers, inviting the eminent academicians like Pro Vice Chancellor. So I wish this today's regional centers function, foundation day function, will have a meaningful deliberation. With this, I thank the regional director, RC Mumbai, for inviting me to this function for inauguration. So I thank all our colleagues who have joined here, and I wish there will be of good deliberations. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. सर ने डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन, स्टूडेंट सपोर्ट और खास तौर में इग्नू का क्या उसमें रोल रहा है और किस तरीके से इग्नू चीज़ों को आगे लेके जा रहा है, उस पर एक बहुत ही अच्छी टिप्पणी की है. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर वंस अगेन. अब इससे पहले कि हम अपने मुख्य अतिथि के अभिभाषण को सुने, उससे पहले मैं हमारे स्टडी सेंटर 1632 पिल्लई कॉलेज के स्टडी सेंटर डॉक्टर प्रशांत नितनावरे सर से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो हम सबका परिचय हमारे मुख्य अतिथि से कराएं. थैंक यू.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Prashant. I today respected our Director Services, Vishnu Magare sir, respected E. Krishna Rao sir. I'm very happy to introduce today's auspicious day of 35th annual day of IGNOU. We very much blessed with a very well-known faculty, professor and academician in Mumbai region. Dr. Magare sir is with us. So I'm very happy to introduce sir. Sir is a Pro Vice Chancellor in SNDT Women University, Mumbai. He was a principal at Kirti College, Dadar. Sir is a PhD from Zoology in 1989. He's completed his Masters in Mumbai University in 1981. Sir was in charge Vice Chancellor for University of Mumbai. He was a registrar in charge for several times in Mumbai. He was a director BCUD member in University of Mumbai. He was a professor, principal at various reputed colleges like Kirti College in Mumbai and Ferguson College in Pune. Sir is having his huge research contribution with multiple research papers presented, books published, and certain patents on his name. He was present as a delegate towards University of Mumbai to China in 2011, organized by Tangian Municipal Education Commission Universities, where he was visited several different universities. He was a member of academic authorities and chartered bodies like Senate member, Academic Council member, Management Council member. He was observer for various bodies from University of Mumbai. He was a part of Maharashtra government and University Mumbai, as well as several other universities for different kinds of committees. Dear all, I must welcome Dr. Vishnu Magare sir for this today's occasion. Sir, I welcome you for this talk. I welcome you this 31st IGNOU annual day celebration, sir. Magare, sir.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। जैसा कि आप सबको ज्ञात है कि आज का हमारा जो विषय है वो है डायनेमिक्स ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन इन इंडिया। इसी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब मैं हमारे मुख्य अतिथि प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर विष्णु मागरे सर से अनुरोध करता हूं उनके मुख्य अतिथि संबोधन के लिए। धन्यवाद।
Namaskar. Am I audible?
यस सर, यू आर ऑडिबल सर।
Yeah, thank you very much.
थैंक यू सर।
So, Namaskar and very good evening to each one of you. At the outset, let me congratulate you and also transfer my greetings on the every stakeholder of the IGNOU on the occasion of 31st Foundation Day. While listening to the other speakers, particularly Dr. Shanmugam, then Dr. Krishna Rao, and also the coordinators of the various study centers. I know it for I learned that your journey started in the year 1986. What amused me and made me very interesting, why do you describe yourself as the IGNOU, Indira Gandhi National Open University? Below it, you write your motto or your ideal that you are a public university. For the first time, I have seen that a university is calling itself, although it is a state university, governed by the central government, but you are calling yourself as the public university. And while I was listening to Dr. Shanmugam, what exactly you mean you are a public university? And there he denoted with or identified with those people, those who can't take the regular education, enter into the portals of the colleges or the universities on a regular mode. Those who can't enjoy the learning in the classrooms, while sitting at the feet of one's teacher. And you are addressing the issue of such people, those who are historically marginalized, disadvantaged, and also underrepresented. And that is what you denote that this is a public. These people, they have got an ardent desire to learn, but unfortunately, for some reason or other, they can't learn. But it is your university, Indira Gandhi National Open University, address this cause, or you have become a champion of educating these people. The very word education, we are all know that the education word is coined by the Greeks. And it is divided into two parts. One is educator and other one is educier. Educier means what is hidden there within you. It is to be brought to the surface. And what is being brought to the surface, it is being cultivated. And that cultivation part, it is referred to as educier. Yours is that particular, and it is presumed that every human being or every individual is an embodiment of all virtues and all vices. It is the teacher, one who identifies it in his students or in his pupils, and try to bring to the surface the virtues of a person, and cultivates it and teaches him, look, this is how you are worthwhile for this world. But all this happens at the level of a teacher. So therefore, in the educational system, two important components are there. One is a student, one who desires to learn. Other one is one who wants to teach the student. And what he basically teaches is this: he wants to know what are the virtues of my students and what are the vices of my students. Vices should not be allowed to surface. Only the virtues they should be allowed to surface. And this is being done by means of following a certain kind of a method. And there the teacher and the students, they are brought in a close proximity with each other, and then it facilitates the operations of the teaching and learning. But the students whose needs that you are addressing, they do not have this kind of an opportunity to sit at the feet of a teacher and learn. Rather, you yourself has become, an institution has become a teacher, and you want to make them learn and find their worth. And that is the reason why you are calling yourself as the public university, not any kind of an university. That makes you very, very distinct kind of a thing. You have developed the path of 35 years. And how many students those could have prospered after taking education in your university? It is just left to one's imagination, because your cause is very noble. When Professor Dr. Shanmugam was relating to my university, we are doing the one and the same cause, that is educating those who do not have the chance, those who not have the opportunity to learn. We are in the field of women's education, and you are in the field of education to those who are disadvantaged, marginalized, and those who have got a strong desire to learn. However, the circumstances, they don't allow them to learn. So therefore, and that is how we are. We are serving the humanity in a greater manner by addressing the issues of learning of this people. When we talk about the education and education policy, particularly, but then this education, this very process, if you look at it, starts at an individual level. And that is the reason why I have related the whole thing to a word education. It is an individual, is an embodiment of virtues and the vices, and it is the teacher who brings the virtues to the fore. Why for it is being done? One of the important function, rather that is the only function of the education, is to prepare the good, or prepare or develop the good human beings. And these good human beings, these are the individuals, and this education ladder progresses to number of individuals, which makes a society. So therefore, it is nothing but to prepare a healthy society and a healthy nation. And these two important functions are being done by any educational institution, or the institution, or a teacher. As far as the education, we are all teachers, and therefore we are familiar that the education is that kind of an instrument which helps in cultivating the faculty of the student. When I say, or when I refer to the faculty, I mean to say that the mental faculties. But that is not the only thing that is being done by the education. It is a very, very important aspect of the education, that the mental faculties of the individuals, they have to be developed. For over a period of time, this function, rather this aspect of education, prevailed for a long period. But now, as the time passed, we shifted from individual to the society. It is not only the betterment and welfare of the individual, but it is the welfare and betterment of the society. And society is made by the individual. So therefore, if we make a difference, we as educators, we as the educational institution, make a difference to the life of the students by our teachings, we are in a way making difference to the life of the public or a society and to a nation. And therefore, we educationists look at the mental development, and this mental development at a certain stage, at certain stage takes care of the fundamental skills. Fundamental skills, that means the skills which enable an individual to read, write, and compute. By teaching these kind of things to a person, he don't become a wise person. He gets the primary instruments in his hands to learn writing, reading, and computing. And therefore, once Dr. Ambedkar reflected on the education, saying that there is a difference between the primary education and the higher education. Primary education enables one to read, write, and compute, but that does not make him wise. Higher education is that particular branch of the education which makes the man wise. And the country or a nation needs the citizens which are those who are wise. And therefore, it all happens by making the man think. And therefore, another important mental cultivation of any human being is the higher order of the cognitive skills. That means whether he is in position to critically think, and his critical thinking is helping him in order to solve the problems of the life, problems of the society, problems of the nation. So therefore, these two very processes, they are related to the mental development. Mental development don't suffice in order to become a good citizen or a good person. If you want to develop a good person, the another aspect that is to be taken into account is the social and emotional skills of a person. And therefore, earlier there was a period we used to think that the education aims in upbringing and instilling the fundamental skills, and also instilling the skill how to think vis-a-vis the critical thinking and problem solving. Now it is extended. In order to make any citizen a good citizen or a good human being, one has to also pay attention to another aspect, and that aspect is social and emotional skills. Nowadays, we are referring them to as the soft skills, where the person pays attention to the culture from where he comes. It also enables him to be aware into a system, whether it is a social system or any kind of a system where he lives. It also enables him to be sympathetic, to be considerate, to be humble, in order to understand the sufferings of the people. It also looks at the working capacity or his desire to work for a society. It also believes a single person in the universe can't do anything unless and until you join together, you form a group, you form a team, you form a group. You would not be in position to do the gigantic social tasks. It also looks at how best a person could be made a decision-taking person. How best a person could be made that he leads sometimes or other in the society. and it happens, and it all happens. It all happens due to his communication ability, and thereby getting himself connected to the larger society. To this, all these things, the individual way you are educating the person individually, and later by by educating the person individually, these individuals collectively form the society, and society in turn develops a better nation or better country. Here you have the I was looking at the profile of the Mumbai region, and Dr. Rao said that under his jurisdiction there are 6 districts, and the total population I am given to understand that it is about more or less 3 crores of the people, and of which he is in position to enroll 85,000. More or less same position must be prevailing in rest of the centers in the country. If you look at the populace and also those who are enrolling for education, you would find those who are getting this education is iceberg. There are lot many people, those who are left out of the education, and we are all striving, and that has become a prime consideration for any educational policy, that the education is to be made accessible. You are one who is when the regular systems of education, they are not coming to help in order to raise the enrollment ratio. Now it is being seen that the enrollment ratio today of our country is about 23 to 24%, and we have targeted to achieve it by 2030 up to 50%. This is a very gigantic task, and therefore the regular supporting system, it has to be supplemented with a different kind of a system, and that system, it is open and distant learning system. You are the pioneers of it, and not only you are pioneers, but you are the champions of the same system. Therefore, you have throughout the country, you have formed a network of the centers, regional centers, then sub centers, and the study centers. These are all human endeavors, but then you have also realized an importance of the technology. When it is not that the man fails, but his endeavors and efforts, they fail in order to reach to the larger populace. And technology is that particular part which that is the reason why it is named as a technology. The very word, it is coined from the word technique. It is nothing but a tact or a kind of a strategy one develops in order to do any function effectively within shortest possible time. And this is this particular system, it has got its own importance and impact. You are now started making use of a technology, and thereby while making use of a technology, you want to reach to a last person, one who is disadvantaged. Great job. This is a very, very great job that you are doing. So you are using the manpower, and that is the reason why you have appointed the counselors, because the technology, this job technology, whether it or technology on its own would be satisfying or not, but then taking into account this deficiency of the technology, you have also seen to it that the counselors, those who are human beings, those who are teachers, they have also been appointed, because the students, those who do not have an opportunity to learn in a legal system, those who are using the tools or the implements which are remote for them, but then they have got a strong desire to learn. and you are one who is making use of manpower. Equally, you are making use of a technology, and therefore trying to reach to. Therefore, you are trying to reach to the larger audience. I am given to understand that the Mumbai region is conducting around more than 80 programs, and I was just going through these programs. I found that these programs they are uh, barring few programs, majority of the programs either sorry, I suppose there was some interruption. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
Yeah. So majority of the programs, they are application oriented, they are skill based, which is now a need of a time. They are professional, vocational, and avocational. Avocationals are those programs which would be helping them, which would be helping the students once they learn them to stand on their own feet. And they are of the nature, it is no less than preparing a baby elephant to stand on its own feet. And once the elephant stands on the feet, it is very difficult to make the elephant sit. Those are the kind of programs that you have developed, designed, and offered to the students, those who are deprived of education. Such a great job that you are doing. And there were exactly the importance of this open and distant education system lies, which is complementary, supplementary to the regular education system. And you are doing a very great job by serving these deprived students. And you are making a difference to the society in terms of making the people, those who are socially conscious, those who are knowledgeable, those who are skilled, and this is the need of a kind of a manpower that we require while going into the 21st century. It is said that the 21st century is a century of knowledge. It is also a century of a technology, particularly biotechnology. And if one looks at the kind of a curriculum that you are offering curriculum and not the syllabi. Curriculum is that particular kind of a thing which has got a direction and a destiny. Your all programs are directed towards one thing, that is making the wise citizens of this country, and then enabling them to think and find out worth out of them. And this is what is required. This is what is exactly required in order to build a new society of the 21st century. And therefore, even new educational policy has looked at the higher education from a different perspective. And they said that the important aspect they have brought into the picture, that is of making accountable someone who is bestowed with the responsibility of designing, shaping the students in a particular manner, so that they can be of greater service to their nation. And therefore, the newer education policy, they have considered the amongst other things like access, then affordability, then accountability, and in inclusivity and also equality. And I suppose all these things, the Indira Gandhi National Open University is doing, and exactly the same thing is being captured by the new educational policy. And therefore, therefore in the morning celebration, I heard someone said that it is not merely celebrating the Foundation Day, but it is celebrating the birthday of each one of us, because we are a public university, and the kind of service that you are rendering to the society, particularly those who are deprived through the open and distance mode, that is indescribable kind of a thing that you are doing. And that is what exactly is being captured by even by the new educational policy. They have laid greater emphasis on this. The distant open and distant education policy has got a recent and very delicate attribute of that of a situation like Corona, when the education, particularly in a continental country like us, the education basically it is thought to be the pupils or the students, they are coming together, and the gathering of these students, it is being addressed by a teacher. But now the Corona like thing, Corona is that particular kind of a pandemic, one which don't allow people to come together. If you come together, then the coming together leads a path of your perishment. So under this kind of a thing, whether it is but then I find myself take this as a blessing in disguise, because it really made us to think about whether even remotely the students can be taught, and there we can make effective use of technology. And this job your university is doing very effectively. It is not only effectively but also efficaciously that you are doing. And that is how we as a society looking at the Indira Gandhi National Open University. On this, with this, I would like to take your leave, wishing you every best in your endeavor to educate the people and become the people's university and spread. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. I think thank you very much, sir, for delivering such a beautiful lecture. How sir has touched all points related to education, let it be evolution of education from time to time, then different levels of education. One can surely imagine that how education has helped the humankind to for evolution from time to time. That also one can imagine or picturize through sir's lecture. Now proceeding as per the schedule. अब मैं डॉक्टर दत्तात्रेय नेरकर सर, who is वाइस प्रिंसिपल ऑफ साठे कॉलेज एंड आल्सो एन असिस्टेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर एट LSC 1603 साठे कॉलेज, मैं उनसे धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए अनुरोध करता हूं. थैंक यू.
Thank you. Am I audible? Hello, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Great. Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. I congratulate everyone on the 35th Foundation Day of IGNOU. IGNOU is providing the light of education to the length and breadth of this country. IGNOU is a temple of knowledge. I am associated with IGNOU from many years and always enjoyed conducting practicals during vacations. as said by Abhishek, I'm here to propose vote of thanks. Professor Dr. Vishnu Magare, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai. Sir, you are known to everyone, every academician in Mumbai. We always delighted to listen to you and learn something new from you. Thank you for taking out time for this function and guiding all of us. I'm also thankful to Dr. M. Shanmugam, Director, Regional Services, IGNOU, New Delhi, for always helping and supporting RC Mumbai and becoming part of today's function. Dr. E. Krishna Rao, Regional Director, he is true leader of RC Mumbai. He is a continuous source of energy. He is always enthusiastic and helpful to all the LSCs. Thank you, sir, for organizing and inspiring us through the function with all dignitaries. I'm thankful to all the academic counselors, learners, coordinators, assistant coordinators, and participants. Last but not least, I'm thankful to organizing team of RC Mumbai for organizing 35th IGNOU Foundation Day function. Thank you once again. Over to Abhishek.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि आज के इस लेक्चर के बाद हम सभी का एजुकेशन के बारे में या शिक्षा व्यवस्था को देखने के बारे में एक नया दृष्टिकोण बना होगा। अब हम इस कार्यक्रम के आखिरी भाग में आ गए हैं और मैं हमारे सारे पार्टिसिपेंट से भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अब हम इस कार्यक्रम को राष्ट्रगान के साथ समाप्त करेंगे। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा आप सभी से, प्लीज स्टैंड अप एंड सिंग नेशनल एंथम। थैंक यू। जन गण मन
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य सिंधु
now, with permission of all the dignitaries, yes.
I once again thank to all the dignitaries and the participants. And finally, I wish everyone, all the study center coordinators, academic counselors, students, regional center staff, and other all stakeholders of the IGNOU, wishing you all 35th IGNOU Foundation Day. Thank you. Shashank, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. With permission of all the dignitaries and our regional director in charge, Dr. E. Krishna Rao, sir, we may now close this session.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rao.